Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today's look is going to be a slightly dramatic glittery cut crease, as you can see. So if you like this look, please keep watching. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to swipe some across my eyelids. Then I'm going to blend that out with my finger. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White, and we're going to do practically the same thing. I'm going to put it across my lid. Now, to set my eyelids, I'm going to take this Real Techniques medium shadow brush, and I'm going to go into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and take the shade White Chocolate and brush it all across my lids. Once my eyelids are all primed and ready, I'm going to take Scotch tape and put it beneath my eyes so it will give my eyeshadow and eyeliner a cleaner look and catch some fallout. Okay, once those are on, I can start with my eyeshadow. I'm going to take the fluffy blending brush that comes in the Modern Renaissance palette and go back into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This time I'm going to take the shade Milk Chocolate and put it as my transition shade. Once I have that shade down, I'm going to go back into my Chocolate Bar palette with the same brush and go into the shade Semi Sweet. I'm going to put this in my crease as well, just not quite as high as the previous shade. Once that shade is done, I'm going to go back, the same brush, the same palette, into the shade Triple Fudge and go just a little bit lower than the previous shade, continuing the pattern. Okay, I'm going to take this Real Techniques Essential Crease brush and I'm going to go into my MAC single eyeshadow in the shade Cinderfella. Alright, once that is blended out, I'm going to take this e.l.f. crease brush. It's just a tiny, dense little blending brush. That way I can get a more precise look exactly where I want the shadow to be. And I'm going to go into my Naked 2 palette and take the shade Blackout and put it just in the outer corners of my eyes. Then I'm going to take that slightly smaller crease brush and blend it out. I totally meant slightly larger crease brush, by the way. Alright, now once I have my creases finished, I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer brush and Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer. I'm in the shade Fair, and I'm going to put it on my lid and carve out the crease to make it a sharper, more defined line. So I'm going to go into my e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette. This is their Naked one. I'm pretty sure they have several different Prism eyeshadow palettes, but this is the Naked one. And I'm going to go in with this rose gold shade here, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm actually going to go on top of that shade and go in with this white shade here on the end to make the lids pop a little bit more. Now I'm going to take that same brush from earlier, the very first brush we used, but I'm going to use the other side to highlight my brows, and I'm going to use that exact same white shade to highlight under my brows. Now, if you remember, in my last video, I said that I was on a no plucking binge for a couple of months. I gave up. While I was editing that video, I couldn't stop staring at my eyebrows. I just couldn't stop staring at all the stray hairs. I plucked under my brows. I didn't pluck above them, just under. I'm going to take this LA Colors Auto Eyeliner. It's just a black liner to line my waterline. I always have to like pull my eyelid up. I can't just like do this and like not pull my eyelid up, because I will just jab myself straight in the pupil if I do. And same with my waterline. I can't line them without like pulling my lid outwards, because I will stab myself in the eye, my eyes will start watering, I'll get makeup everywhere, it'll be a mess. It's not worth it. Now I'm going to take this Maybelline Master Precise felt tip eyeliner, and I'm going to line my upper lash line. I just almost drew a line all the way across my eyelid by accident just then. Pretty sure I would have cried. Now I'm going to draw on the wing. I'm gonna try not to go too dramatic, but you know how it is. Okay, actually, I'm going to take off the tape first, and then I'm going to try to finish my liner, because this tape is coming up and it's just getting in the way. Okay, not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. Now let me try and finish these wings. Surprisingly, not too bad, not too bad, if I am allowed to say so myself. Okay, before I finish my eyes, I'm going to move on to my face. First, I'm going to take my NYX Angel Veil Primer and put it all over my face. Now that I've let my primer set in for a minute, I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I'm in the shade 0.5. Pretty sure they're lightest shade. I'm going to dot it all over my face and then blend it out with my Real Techniques blending sponge. Okay. I almost just put that on without even saying what it was. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Dark Circle Concealer. This is in the shade Fair. It's just a cute little salmon-y shade. Now that that is done, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the shade Fair, which is, again, their lightest shade, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to use this to highlight my face. Then I'm going to blend that out again with my Real Techniques blending sponge. This concealer is literally heaven. Heaven in a bottle. Or a tube. Heaven in a tube. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with my Bare Minerals Invisible Light Powder Duo. I'm going to take this Real Techniques powder brush and go into the matte shade here and set my whole face. Once that's done, I'm going to take this e.l.f. blush brush and go into my number 7 bronzer in the shade Maple and bronze my face. Then I'm going to take this Real Techniques contour brush and go into my Too Faced Cocoa Contour and use the shade Medium Cocoa. I'm going to contour under my cheekbones with that. Then I'm going to go into the same shade but using this e.l.f. professional eyeliner brush. It's a little bit too thick and flimsy to use as an eyeliner brush for me, so I use it to contour my nose. Once that is done, I'm going to take this square foundation brush by Real Techniques and go into my Covergirl loose powder to bake my foundation, to bake my contour. Okay, while that bakes, I'm going to take my e.l.f. stippling brush and go into this NYX powder blush in the shade Apricot. Then I'm going to take this Real Techniques setting brush. I promise all my brushes are not Real Techniques. That's just the ones I prefer to use. And I'm going to go into my Mary Luminizer by The Balm to highlight my face. Now I'm going to take that same powder brush and I'm going to brush away the baking we did. Now going back to the eyes, I'm going to use that same kind of fluffy-ish eyeliner brush that we used to do the nose contour and go back into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to take the shade Semi Sweet and put it under my lash line, my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go, same brush, same palette, I'm going to take the shade Triple Fudge and put it on the outer parts of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take that same brush we used to highlight our brow bone and the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette again. Go back into that white shade and highlight my inner corners. I'm going to take the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara Now I'm going to use this glitter liquid eyeliner by the brand Femme Couture, and I'm going to line my creases. Wish me luck. For my lips, I'm going to take this Maybelline Color Sensational liner in the shade Dusty Rose. And I'm going to take this Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color. I'm not sure the shade because I took my label off for some reason. And to finish up this look, I'm going to take MAC Fix Plus and spritz it on my face. Whew. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys like this. If you do, please subscribe to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye! e.l.f. Prism Eyeshadow Palette. This is the my brush disappeared. So if you like this look, please keep watching to see how to get. First, I'm going to take my NYX Angel Veil I have a fan.